I'm sorry, babies. The baby chicks that I was just feeding are currently 6 weeks old almost, which is crazy because it feels like we just watched them hatch. What you doing, bud? I don't got nothing for you. Aw, I'm sorry. You gonna jump again? That was funny. Jump. We feed our chickens table scraps, so he thought I was bringing them some treats. But really, I'm just out here to get the tax that you owe me. Collecting eggs. How many we got today? Uh-oh. Somebody broke an egg. We have a broken egg. Who did that? Huh? Which one of you was it? I know it wasn't you. Oh. They thought that was something. This egg box is all nasty now from where they broke that egg. So I'm gonna just dump this all out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 eggs today. I'm just gonna go get some bedding to replace. What's up, Sophie? We don't got nothing for you. Huh, do we, Soph? And Justice. Sophie and Justice are two of our dogs that have killed our chickens in the past, which is what I was talking about in my last video about our new mobile run, why we use it, and one of the main reasons is because our dogs kill our chickens. Got some fresh pine straw. Probably should have put it in a bucket because I'm dropping it everywhere, but it is what it is. I think I just got pine sap. Yep. I just got pine sap in my hair, so that's great. This is what I want to talk about today. This is our mobile chicken coop. I have already made a video explaining why we use the mobile coop. Now I'm going to go into a little bit of detail of how we built it. So before I can really talk about the details of building the mobile chicken coop, I want to show you our old chicken coop. It looks really rough right now because we did pull off materials from this coop to build the mobile coop. The outside of the coop was all in chicken wire, and ideally that's not best for keeping predators out, but we're complete beginners. When we started out, we honestly did not know any better. We did have a raccoon break into the coop, so this was where we had repaired it with hardwire cloth after we learned about that. As you can see, the floor or the bottom, whatever you would like to call it, is completely just dirt. And that is why we have now came up with the solution of our mobile chicken run. So I really wanted to start letting the chickens out again and letting them free range, but we're not able to do that for various reasons, which I talked about in my last video. So go and watch that. You want to eat some chicken for dinner? Oh, you can't, Sophie girl. Her can't. Sophie is going on 14 years old this year. She's an old girl. She's really sweet, but she is our killer dog. She has killed chickens, squirrels, and unfortunately, she's even killed a cat. I know. She says, don't let this face of sweetness fool ya. I'm a stone cold killer. Ain't that right, Soph? But she's a good girl. Ain't you, girl? There was just too many factors just making it not an ideal situation for our family to be able to continue free ranging our chickens. So my husband came up with the idea of getting this mobile run. This is something we purchased off of Amazon. It is a mobile run. It's very lightweight. My husband and I move it around ourselves. We are tall enough, so if you're shorter than what we are, I'm 5'8", he's 6 foot. We're able to just literally put our hands above our head along the middle bar and just walk it with the chickens in it. We move it every 2 days, and it's the solution we came up with to allow our chickens to semi-free range without getting out and having the risk of losing them to these dogs. The year of 2025 was a really tough financial year for our family. The most recent event was my husband actually lost his job due to a series of unfortunate events. So that being said, this whole mobile run project that we took on kind of happened at the wrong time. But it also pushed us to get creative because we had already got the mobile run. We were in the process of putting that together. He lost his job. Ideally, we can't just go out and spend a bunch of money on a new chicken coop, right? We had to get creative. Second off, the concept of this mobile run hadn't even occurred to us yet. At first, we literally were just doing the run. And so we were going to let the chickens, we were going to put them in there physically every day. And so my thought was, oh, we'll just put this run up against the coop. We'll let them out in the morning. They'll go right into it. Well, the problem is we have where the chickens were in our garden behind these gates. So the run would not get through this gate. It would have been very difficult every day to move the chickens from their coop into the mobile run. So I was thinking, what if we come up with a coop that attaches to the run that's on wheels that we can move with it? And I gave my husband that idea and he ran with it. So what he came up with, first off, we went behind a local store and all the wood that you see, we scrapped it ourselves. It was me and him in a pickup truck. We went and loaded it up. We definitely needed some kind of handles for us to grab onto when we're moving it. These are old post hole digger handles. The hinges here, what this is for is so that we can open this whole entire back wall of the door will open for any reason that we need to get in there, whether it's to clean it out, whether there's some kind of tragic accident, we need to get one of our chickens that have passed, or just whatever reason. He wanted to make it accessible to where that was open. The wheels are a lawnmower cart that we repurposed. At first, we just sat the whole entire coop onto the lawnmower cart trailer, but we quickly discovered that it became way too top heavy to be safe. So we had to pivot that design. My husband used one of his tools. He cut the cart off of the trailer and just mounted the wheels directly to the coop. All of this plastic siding for the sides and the roof is material that we already had on our property that was on the old coop. So he just took that off and put it on here. He did make sure to leave vent spaces for adequate airflow. Chicken roost perches need to be spaced out at least 12 feet apart to make sure that they're not pooping on each other all night, because they do poop all night long. So essentially the only money that was spent on the coop was the hardwire cloth for the vent spaces and for the bottom. Everything else was 100% free scrapped wood materials that we already had on our property, and we reused and repurposed for this mobile coop. So if you're looking for some kind of way to free range your chickens that allows them to have access to the areas that you want them to have, but keep them safe and keep them out of places you don't want them, I think this is a really good setup, and you can definitely do it on a budget. Unfortunately, we did discover with doing this mobile run is that our chickens were digging holes in the ground because they were wanting to get into the cool dirt. So we came up with the idea to put this old tote in there with some dirt to hopefully entice them to stop digging holes, and it actually worked. I see it every time I come out here. I typically see a chicken in this dirt bucket. I want to say the chicken run cost about 200 bucks off Amazon. My husband and my son put it together in 2 days. The mobile coop took 3 days to build, and the hardwire cloth was, I think, $50 for what he needed. So overall, we have a mobile coop, mobile chicken run. Our chickens are safe, and we did all of it for under 300 bucks. So if you're looking for a solution to the problems that we were having, I highly recommend get creative, see what you can build without spending a bunch of money, and reuse some things that you already have laying around. Thanks for watching. Follow, subscribe, leave a comment, do all the things.